The Emma International Art Collaboration will be underway shortly, and we've got with us today Veronica Tricker, a board member. Veronica, thanks for coming down to the studio and bringing all of these gifts and pieces of artwork with you.
Thanks for having me, Randy.
I want to talk a little bit about Veronica Tricker and who she is and how she got involved with that amazing project that's underway. Where did you come from and what do you do?
Well, I own a tattoo shop, tattoo and body piercing shop here in Saskatoon. And I came from just kind of stumbling upon the collaboration. My partner was attending the collaboration at the time and invited me up to check it out. And I became enthralled with the whole collaboration and just got involved by the auction and things that were being produced, and it was just a very exciting event to attend and participate in.
So it's a like-minded gathering of people like yourself in the artistic world, and there's not just paintings and so on. There's art of different types of medium.
Right. The collaboration actually started back like in the 1980s. There was a few woodworkers that got together, Michael Hosselok, Jamie Russell, Don Condra, and they had a wood turning symposium. So they were trying to bring people internationally to have demonstrations at SciEst, and they decided that it would be easier to bring them to them. And from there, it just kind of spiraled from there, and they took it up to the Kenderdine campus up at Emma Lake and started inviting other international artists to work with and inspire them. And so it became like a demonstration and a way of like sharing artist knowledge. And so you have like all different levels of art makers and participants. So there's some like emerging artists, there's some professional artists, and then there's also teachers that teach at universities. So, and from all sorts of different mediums like blacksmithing, wood turning, woodworking. We're now integrating fabric, jewelry making, some hand dyeing of silks and everything. And yeah, it's become kind of like an art sharing, and we call it like art camp for adults.
Talk a little bit about the piece that we have in front of us here, where it came from and who's behind it and their claim to fame.
Right, yeah. So this piece was part of a project that was produced at Emma, and one of the ladies that worked on this project was Nadine Yagi. She's from New Zealand, and she worked on movie sets, for example, like Avatar, and she was the set director and kind of like made leather costumes and everything. So she actually produced like the face on there, and then she's from New Zealand, and we also brought like another Maori tattoo artist, and he tattooed the face. So that project just kind of went underway, and it just kind of evolves over time at the site, and people just kind of get involved, and that's where the collaborative process happens. Is you just get to integrate yourself with like different artists, and fabric artists became involved in that project, as well as basket weavers, and a cabinet was made for it. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring the whole cabinet, but yeah, it was a fabulous piece that got produced at Emma.
So the name into itself, with the international flavor, there's a number of different countries over the years that have had people come here to Saskatoon and then go to the actual site, which is north in the boreal forest. I know that much.
Right. Yeah. It was originally held at like the Kenderdine campus up at Emma Lake, and then they decided to move it to the Ness Creek Festival site. So now it's held in like the boreal forest in northern Saskatchewan. And it's become a wonderful event where we have invited international artists from France and Japan and New Zealand, all across the United States and all across Canada. So quite a variety. And it's actually instigated other collaborations that have started to happen throughout the world. For example, in New Zealand, they have their own art collaboration now. And Hawaii has actually started doing their collaborations there too. So it's really brought a lot of different artists together, and they've just kind of pounced on like the idea and how it can get you out of like your just regular art practice into just integrating new skills or things into your art practice that you normally probably wouldn't do.
Well, if it's a collaboration and the meeting of minds and seeing different things come to fruition and realization, these are amazing. What is it that you do and you like to do to get you involved with the Emma International?
Well, I really love to sit on the board. We are very busy throughout the 2 years. It's a biennial event, so it is now by invitation only. So there's a big process of deciding who gets to come, and it's kind of, we try to find balance between personalities and skill, and also provide opportunities to, like I said before, emerging artists who want to expand their skills or even just network with more professional artists, and it's all part of learning and just expanding your world and your art practice.
Well, how many would be involved in, you say it's an invitational every 2 years,
Yeah.
so this is huge in that sense that it's not just a regular type of thing every few months or so on, but how many artists would we expect coming this year?
Our goal is typically over 100 different artists.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we provide kind of like a parts pile and different workstations. So we have jewelry artists that come and glass artists, fabric designers, basket weavers. We try to hit all sorts of different mediums just to kind of, and then copper and wood and just all sorts of different mediums so that we can, give people a good taste of what that fun aspect could be.
I like the fun aspect part of it. How many people would attend typically in years gone by? Obviously, we've had a little bit of a hiccup with the pandemic, but would there be a number that you would expect to see coming in attendance to the show?
Typically, we get anywhere from I would say probably 70 and really quite up to 100. So this time I think we're on the lower scale of things. We're, I think, hitting more like 70 right now. But
those are artists.
Artists.
And then for
confirmed
people who attend, is it open to the public to come and watch, or can they participate in some way, I guess, through an auction?
No, it's not actually open to the public, and I think we do open it up for one day so that people can kind of rotate around the site and kind of see the activity that's going on, and that kind of just gets people excited about the art auction, because the whole purpose of this, of course, is to expand your skills and everything, but we do want to keep the function going, or the collaboration going. So at the very end, we do have an auction. And so everything that's produced at the collaboration becomes property of Emma. And it goes into the auction, and we try to sell it to produce enough money so that we can keep the collaboration going every 2 years.
That's too easy. If we're looking to participate, how would what would I be doing if it's the metalwork is simply amazing? Is it kind of a word of mouth? I know you, you know me.
It
know
definitely
Simon.
becomes something like that. That's where you get the networking, and then the vibe keeps going and building, and then I tell you, you tell them. I have a friend who's an artist. I want them to come. I'm now excited about it. So it's a lot of word by mouth, but also we do have a thing on our website where if you want to be invited, you can request an invitation, and then we can actually review your portfolio and see if you're a good fit for the collaboration.
It's 40 years in existence, and I would imagine, are there some other names locally, or how is the board made up of here in Saskatchewan? For Emma?
The board that we have that presently is running the function is Brian Gladwell from Regina. He's a woodworker. Arthur Perlette, who is...
So it's not just from Saskatoon then?
That is correct,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We've expanded our board to include people from Wisconsin and Kimberly Winkle, Adam Manley. They both Adam Manley is a furniture conference guy. He kind of manages that section, and then Kimberly Winkle teaches at a university. And then we've got Sandra Dunn. She is a blacksmith who works in She's from Ontario.
Okay.
Thanks for that help over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's from Ontario. Sorry, I forgot that. But and then of course myself and Lindsay Ombre. She's from Saskatoon. She's a printmaker as well as like a fabric artist. And then we had Megan. Megan Broner, who's a jeweler from Saskatoon, and yeah. So our board, we try to pick a variety of people from different art backgrounds.
Very diverse, yeah. What draws you to do all this? There must be an innate passion that keeps you coming back and wants to contribute. What is it that Veronica likes to do?
Well, it's seriously, it's become kind of, it's just something that bubbles inside of you and kind of gains momentum over time, and you just get this energy, and it just doesn't really leave you. And once you've been to Emma, you really realize what that energy and what that feeling feels like. But people have no clue what to expect when they get up there. And, you know, like we have local artist Alison Norland coming from Saskatoon also. She was asking questions and just, you know, wondering what to expect. And I'm like, kind of gave her a few clues, but, you know, you really don't know until you get up there. But it's all about the artwork. And honestly, over time, I've become quite an art collector. If you've ever seen my tattoo shop or even my home, you can see that I fill my life with art. And that's basically what keeps me going is just looking around my home and looking into all those memories and of those people that I met that produce these certain items that, yeah, become part of my...
You live and breathe this, I can tell that.
Yeah, yeah.
If people wanted to find out more about this or the auctions that are coming up and when the event is, how would they reach out or find that information out?
We do have a website. It's the emmacollaboration.com. I don't know if I got that right or not, but and then also we do have a Facebook page and a Instagram page where you can find out, but we do have 2 auctions. There's one on site and there's a silent auction as well as a live auction. So that will be on August 3rd. And then we do a select number of items, about 100 different items that we choose particularly to bring back to Saskatoon for Saskatoon residents and whoever finds out about the auction, hopefully more people than not. But and then we have another auction on August 4th. It starts at 5 p.m. and that would be at the Shriners Club. And that one starts at 5 o'clock and then the live auction starts at 7.
Perfect. Veronica, thank you so much for bringing all of this and giving us some insight into the collaboration, and we'll see you on that weekend.
Thanks so much for having me.
That's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guest, Dan Willems, the project manager for the Saskatoon Downtown Entertainment District project, as well as Veronica Tricker, a board member with the Emma International Art Collaboration. I'm your host, Randy Shabilo. We'll see you next time on Connect.